Top 10 sexiest perfumes for women. All of these are incredibly sexy. And of course, we really have to dial in on the reasons why we wear fragrances. Yes, they're a spirit lifter, a pick-me-up, a mood enhancer. Sometimes we do it because we want to convey professionalism or elegance or poise and sophistication. Sometimes we do it because we like receiving compliments, but these are great night out scents. These are scents if you want to embody that sexy nature, that sexy attitude. All of these convey romance and provocation and sexiness, if I'm being honest with you. And I'm excited to share these 10 niche perfumes with you in just a moment. But before I dive into the video, I do want to mention that if you're a fan of perfume-related content, and of course, if you love smelling your best, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and also please give this video a thumbs up. It would really mean a lot to me. And of course, these are niche offerings. See if you can get a sample from scentsplit.com. I'm going to be dropping the link down below in the description box. Of course, ScentSplit, you can get decants, 5 mLs, 10 mLs. You choose this size. Try it on your skin, see how it works with your skin chemistry. If you end up falling in love with it, and if it performs really well on you, you can subsequently commit to the purchase of a full-size bottle also on ScentSplit, because they not only do samples and decants, they also do full-size bottles. Amazing service, they're packaged beautifully, great customer service, and they ship their products out very fast. In the number 10 spot, I've loved this one for so many years now. The cinnamon, the blood orange, the caramel, it is very long lasting. It's more of a fall and winter scent, but I'm telling you, this one is absolutely sexy. And this one is Lira by Casa Moratti. Now, sexy perfumes from this brand also include Italica, which I find to be very cozy. And that one is also quite sweet leaning. It has that toffee element to it as well. And then personally, I also love Dama Bianca. It's vanilla and kumquat. And that one is very elegant at the same time. If we're talking about pure sexiness, it definitely has to be this beauty right here. And then, of course, on the elegant side of things, we have Dama Bianca and also Quattro Pizzi. Both of those are very elegant, very clean, very professional smelling. Because they're heavy-handed on the florals, this one also has the spices, the gourmand elements. It is super, super sexy. The next fragrance, and of course this is sexy, but also playful and flirtatious. This one by Parfum de Marly is called Oriana. You know all about this fragrance. It has the orange blossom, it has the marshmallow, it has the vanilla. It is beautifully, beautifully done. Two perfumers working on this fragrance, Natalie Lorson and Hamid Merati Kashani, who has done many other Parfum de Marly fragrances. Natalie Lorson has done fragrances for Lalique and Le Labo and many other wonderful brands. But this one is sexy, it's radiant, it's confident, it's flirtatious, it's playful, and it's probably going to be the sweetest perfume of the entire bunch. And while I'm describing this one, the same exact description can be applied to Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian Paris. Same notes, orange blossom, vanilla, marshmallow. This one is a bit sweeter. This one is more heavy-handed on the orange blossom. Very diffusive. You're going to get a stronger floral tonality in Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian Paris. You're going to get a lot more sweetness with Oriana. So this one can kind of lean on the elegant side of things, depending on how you wear it and how you're dressed and how you carry yourself. This one is definitely on the more playful and flirtatious side of things because of that amplified sweetness, especially in the dry down. Now, there's something about red berries that I think convey flirtatiousness and sexiness, and it's one of the reasons why so many brands are utilizing it as of late. Of course, there's Chanel Chance Eau Splendide, which also came out with a raspberry offering. There's so many different brands. Even the new Tabac Sahara by Guerlain has the tobacco, it has that leathery facet, but it also has that berry nuance in the opening. So a lot of brands are utilizing either strawberry, but mostly raspberry or some kind of a red berry note or accord in their fragrances. If you want one of the sexiest, and look at the color of the liquid inside this bottle, one of the sexiest, most flirtatious, beautiful night out fragrances, smells like nothing else on the market. So you can also guarantee uniqueness with this one. By day 3, this one is called Midnight Raspberry. If you like raspberry, this is your holy grail. Do not miss your chance to get this one. Sample it at the very least, maybe off their official website. But I'm telling you, if you like raspberry, this is the proverbial end of the road. The next one that I want to talk about, it's boozy, it's sweet, it's warm, it's a bit ambery. There's a hint of spice that has a fruity tone to it as well. And I mentioned this in a recent video of mine as well, from the brand Inicio Parfum Privé. Historically speaking, my favorite has been Side Effect. The booze, the saffron, the leather, the rum, the vanilla, perhaps a little tonka bean in there as well. It's sweet, but it's super seductive. But I've also really fallen in love with this one. It's a newer release. Not as new as Can't Get Enough, not as new as Lift Me Up, or the two brand new ones, which are Sugar Blast and Wild Rush. But I think this one, in terms of sexiness and provocation, is at the top of the list. And it's not Atomic Rose. Atomic Rose can be quite romantic because of the presence of the rose. And it can also convey sexiness. But again, it's personal preference. It depends on how you wear it. But this one is called Hypnotic Delight. Amazing fragrance from this brand. If you haven't tried Hypnotic Delight, and the lasting power is superb, 10+ hours. Getting into the top 5 now, this next one is both sexy and romantic with a little bit of fun. So this one is rose, and it's a very beautiful rose. It doesn't smell dated in any way. I know a lot of people have this negative association for whatever reason with the note of rose, especially because a lot of perfumes from 20, 30 years ago utilize a rose with oak moss and some chypre elements, and so it smells vintage or old school. I personally love those fragrances, but this one is very modern, very contemporary, very sexy. And this one by Atelier des Ors is called Pink Me Up. If you've not tried this fragrance, you need to get your nose on this one immediately. This is rose and a champagne accord. One of the best this brand has ever put out. I love wearing Riviera Drive in the blue bottle. One of my favorites. It's a very citrus-dominated composition. And I love something very bright, very fulfilling, what is the word that I'm looking for? Something very active, energetic, and it's more gentlemanly. But as a woman, I think you're going to love this one. Pink Me Up, rose and champagne. Now, I don't think anything conveys sexiness better than cherry. It's a very seductive note. It's a very romantic note. It's a very charismatic note. And I think one of the best cherry perfumes on the market, and the quality in here is beyond beautiful. This is Bodacious by Bodicea the Victorious. It is a little syrupy. You're going to get this almondy facet. It dries down to something sweet, but Bodacious is probably the best cherry perfume on the market. And I love many. Cherry Stem by Fleur, Lost Cherry by Tom Ford. There's so many beautiful cherry perfumes, but this one is at the very top of the list in terms of conveying sexiness. Let's talk about numbers 3, 2, and 1. For number 3, this is a beautiful, spicy rose fragrance. It conveys sexiness because of how powerful it is, how robust it is. You are 100% going to get noticed when you're wearing this fragrance, but it also conveys elegance and sophistication. I think it's very poised. It's very beautifully put together. There are no rough edges. There's nothing haphazard happening about this composition. It's very deliberate, very intentional, very beautifully structured, and this one is Pure Diamond by THOO, or THOO is the abbreviation. And you have all of these little pearls on the inside of the bottle. The presentation is absolutely stunning, and that is the case with all of them. I would say another one that compares to this one in terms of its sexiness factor would probably be Guilty Crush, which has a lipstick accord and a champagne accord. So a lot of bright aldehydic ingredients in the opening, and then you also have this iris flower. Speaking of iris, this is a spicy iris. So it's feminine. There's a hint of sweetness to it, but it's not overly pronounced. It is not a gourmand by any stretch of the imagination, but it's 100% sexy, unquestionably sexy. And this one by Electimus London is called Cupid's Kiss. Romantic, sexy, powerful. That's what you're going to get from this. Longevity, by the way, 12+ hours. Anything Electimus, 12+ hours. Doesn't matter what it is. Amber Acularia, it could be Capua, it could be black caviar, it doesn't matter. Anything electimist, 12 plus hours. Let me talk to you about the perfume in the number one spot. And this is a perfume that I immediately fell in love with. And it came out, what has it been now? Like a year and a half ago. And so many women have purchased this one. So many women have sampled this one. So many women have gotten their nose on this one and have fallen in love with it. It's another rose-based perfume, but it's a very diverse floral arrangement that you're going to get in it. It's not just rose, but rose is really sitting at the helm of this composition. It's romantic, it's sexy, it's feminine, it's confident, it's incredibly elegant. It is an enormous compliment getter. I have smelled this on several women. I've smelled it on my friend Sheila. I've smelled it on my friend Erin. I've smelled it on many women, and they all smell amazing when they're wearing this fragrance, which I think is also a testimony to the fact that it lasts an incredibly long amount of time. I personally get about 9-10 hours longevity from this fragrance, and I am telling you, if you have not tried this one, you need to do yourself the biggest favor and get, at the very least, a sample of this one. This is one of the most amazing fragrances, and I think, and one of the reasons why I'm including it in this list as well, is it is working beautifully for the spring and summer as well, because of that floral tonality. There's another fragrance from this brand that I also really wanted to include in this list, which was actually my go-to. And I said, you know what, that's going to be a very strong fall and winter fragrance. So I ended up not including it in this list, but this fragrance is incredible. And you'll notice that a lot of these have a floral component. Orange blossom, rose, iris. This one is not all about the raspberry either. So I think you have a lot of really safe spring and summer offerings in this list. But the perfume that I really have to include in the number one spot. And again, if you have any experience with this, drop your comment down below. Let me know how you feel about it. By BDK Parfum, it's called Empatia. Sexy, radiant, elegant, feminine, charismatic, compliment getter. It checks off all of the boxes. Listen, thank you so much for joining me. 10 of the sexiest perfumes for the ladies. If you took anything of value from today's episode, almost dropped that, please do consider supporting the channel by clicking subscribe, hitting the bell, and also please give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already done so. It would really mean a lot to me. Thank you again so much for joining me today. I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode.